right.
Can't
So
believe you got the
currently,
moon
you've
card.
all had a bit of a very exciting night. Is there anything else you would like to do, or will we advance to the next day?
I want to sleep
Oh, you're definitely sleeping.
In a bush.
in a bush.
We
In a
can
bush.
continue to the next day, as far
All
as I
right.
care.
Uh, all right. So the 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 rays of the morning light are shining upon everybody. This is the first day since forever that there is an actual full shining sun at the top of the sky, not blocked out by the green fog that was the magical plague before. Um, some of you already hear like the pitter patter of walking of children feet running around the house early in the morning. Um, uh, Peter,
Hi. Hello?
during the night, actually, before you wake up, you something is poking your mind. How about you throw me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh god.
It's the rogue.
It's the rogue.
All right. The wisdom saving throw has stopped a message going inside your head. Do you know that there is a message trying to worm its way in? Do you allow it, or do you just block it off completely?
No
I'll
good
allow
news,
it.
no good news. Oh fuck.
All right. It's basically the same thing as that one scene in a movie of a guy saying, "I will find you, and when I find you, I will." Basically, that type of thing. And it was basically a warning sign that somebody is going to get you.
Can I respond to that message?
Considering you had a decent wisdom saving throw, I'd say why not? But you don't have a send message spell in your inventory, do you?
I have
Just say
I
it in
have
your thoughts.
I have a cantrip called message.
Oh, you have a cantrip. Wait, what does it say though?
It's only a range of 120 feet. It's not sending.
No, okay.
But if it was the sending spell, then I can respond up to 25 words.
Yeah, it's the sending spell. All right, you can respond.
Who the hell are you? Why would you do that? And what have I done to you? That's all.
Then you get for a little bit you get a message back. No other reason than me just hating you. I will end you,
Well, fuck you too. Come and get me.
lad.
Bitch.
I'll be ready.
Bitch.
All right. So, Skux, Sabine, what will you do waking up?
Let's go and kill that fucker that's after Peter.
What did
Do, did he inform us about that?
He should.
He
And we go
hasn't.
we go on a manhunt. Well, Peter, tell us the thing already.
You have no idea.
But don't
Thing
try
thing
to
is-
force your allies to do stuff.
Thing is, the only thing I know is that you've had a card deck, and that card deck does some shit, and that's about all I know as a character.
Peter is the only one aware of what card does what. Or once you draw the card, you know what's happening.
The cheery music is back. We just have the Death Wish pop.
Isn't that cool?
Targeted by death itself. Here's cheery music.
Mm.
I guess we'll head on over to Sino,
All
unless
right.
Yeah,
people
claim
have
our
something they want to do.
rewards.
Can we
Claim
have a
our
breakfast,
reward.
guys, though? Can we have a
Alright.
breakfast?
What'd you
A
say?
what?
Can we have a breakfast real quick?
The
please?
chef is in the bushes, by the way. Just
Yeah,
saying.
You have a final meal, Peter.
In any case,
okay.
while they're doing their meal, Charles, suddenly you like stand up from the bushes, like with a decent headache, not too much considering what you drank. Curiously, you're still clutching to your little unknown book in your hands while you woke up.
First things first. I'll puke.
Okay. Describe me puking.
Uh, I stick my head out of the bushes, seeing some kind of weird creature walking on my chest. Try to sit up instantly because it's a fucking ugly creature, and that at that moment, I feel everything that's inside my stomach coming up and up, and then
Comes out of your nose.
everything releases in one go, and like everything's
All right.
like
Just
yellowish.
as you do that, you hear some sounds coming from behind you. Sometimes between every heave, you see some people just walking around and just like evading you with a good amount of like 5 feet, more than 5 feet away from you at least, at the very least. Trying to evade your projectile vomiting right there. All right. So Charles, you have pure purge yourself from unwanted contents. Is there anything else you would like to do?
First, I'll take a sip from my water skin.
All right. You clean your mouth from any leftovers in there.
Yep. And while I'm doing that, I'm making my way downtown to
All right,
Walking
you're
Scott's
in
house.
zigzagging
past
left,
strangers,
right.
past, and I'm home.
Just as you arrive at the house, dark circles on your eyes, bit of a headache, empty stomach. That's when everybody else already finished eating and exits the door.
Well, I
Shadow,
don't care about.
in.
I wave and I go inside because I'm hungry. I'm gonna make my own food now.
There are some leftovers from the last food.
There is some porridge if you want.
Yeah, so I'll take whatever left over and eat
Alright.
it up.
You're basically, with your cap over your head, you become like the current little gremlin. Anybody who's trying to talk to you, you probably snap at them while eating your well-deserved morning
Porridge.
food. All right. So
And
everybody.
porridge looks like the vomit that he spit out earlier, so yeah.
No. The vomit is a bit more yellow. This is a bit more
Brown.
beige. Beige something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Once you figured out the correct color, let us move towards Zeno's office, where he's currently waiting in the healer's house.
Right. Does Charles like stay a bit longer and eat, or like does he also move with?
Yeah,
the
you can
group?
just eat it on their way.
Okay.
Take a bowl.
All right. You can move your characters right there. There you go.
Hey Suka, where did you get those leaves?
I have well-fed bonus.
Why do you have a well-fed bonus?
Because I ate a lot of breakfast.
I mean, you would have
Whatever.
got a well-fed bonus if you woke me up because I'm a chef.
No.
All right. You all approach the office of Zeno within the healer's house. Who does what?
I come up to Zeno's desk, and I look at him with big puppy eyes, and exciting expectations of the rewards.
But before he does that, I knock on the door and ask and check if he's inside.
Very
Before
good.
even that, I'll grab some painkillers.
Chain of events.
Chain of events. All right, Skux, you knock on the door. You hear a little like clearing of the throat. Yes, come in.
I knock
And,
open the door, and then I walk up to the desk and I look at him with the same puppy eyes that I described earlier.
This is like, good morning to you as well, Miss Asuka. Are your okay, everybody is here. Do come in, come in.
and we
he
all
men-
shuffle it.
Yes, he looks towards Skux, Asuka, Sabine, Charles, even Flora and Sammy. Looks very intently in Peter's eyes. And then, before everybody goes to sit down, he looks to Peter and is like, Mr. Peter,
Yes.
I believe we have something to talk about. How about you stay after our talk and your rewards at the office with me?
That sounds wonderful.
All right. First of all, I would like to congratulate you all for helping us. Thank you all from in the deepest of my heart. I have not had so much relief from so much pressure in a very, very long while.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Relief.
rewards are in order. And he picks out a little like a little satchel, and within this satchel, everybody can add 250 gold to their inventory.
Yay!
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not poor anymore.
Oh,
Mhm.
happy day.
Happy day indeed.
250.
The on top of that, he says, some of you, if not all, will get some individual rewards. He looks at Peter. Yours will be given once we have our time. He looks at Skux and says, "It is my understanding that you are very proficient with the use of daggers. Is that not correct?"
You could say so, yeah.
Very well. Although I am not one to enjoy such uses of items, it has been informed by some of my more shady friends, let's just say, to give you a special dagger to you. And he pulls out a strange dagger that has sort of like a snake icon that is sort of like coiling on the edges, on the other side of the edges upwards, and then there is a small little two snakes that are coiling together from the sides of the dagger, and then at the handle they sort of like look with their faces together into a small little emerald, and you get something called a dagger of venom.
Hell yeah.
This is a +1 dagger, and you can use your action to make the dagger coat itself in poison. And it lasts for 1 minute or until you do an attack.
Thank you kindly.
You can only use it once per day, though.
Damn it. Yeah. Do I add this or?
I think it's possible for you to add this. It's up to you to remember how to use it. If you do use a throw dagger option, please don't throw your dagger of venom. Maybe lose it.
Do it.
All right. As for your little halfling friend, I think you are both in the same proficiency, if I'm not mistaken. Very well. This was given by one of my daughters. She found your eccentric way of fighting very vicious, so she thought it appropriate to also give you an equally vicious dagger. So you gain something called a vicious dagger, which says that if you do roll a nat 20 with this weapon, you deal an extra 2d6 damage when you do that.
Ooh. Spicy.
Yeah. I will add that individually because I need to know how this will affect your attack. Let me take a look what it specifically says. Melee weapon damage, piercing type ranged. This should have a... Oh, you already added it yourself. You shouldn't.
Eh? I didn't add anything.
Should be... This should be a +1 dagger. Little moment. Need to fix this. It should be though, because it is considered because it says this with this magic weapon, and a magic weapon is always a +1 standardly, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, it's not. No, you're right. Never mind. It's just a normal dagger that has this option. So I'll just remove that. No, you're correct. Alright, there we go. Now you have Vicious Dagger. If you
Nice.
do crit with this, you get an extra piercing on crit. Oh, come on, I wasn't done fixing it yet.
Oh.
Crit is 2d6. Alright, there we go. Okay, then he will look towards Charles and he's going to give you a scroll, Charles. Within this scroll, Dr. Charles, is a unique spell. Well, unique is a spell that might be of very benefit towards you, and you can add a scroll of Greater Restoration in your inventory. So the Greater Restoration spell is a very powerful spell that I will tell it right now. Greater Restoration. Come on. Normally it is a 5th level spell. You imbue a creature you touch with positive energy to undo a debilitating effect. You can reduce an exhaustion level by 1 or end one of the following effects. Charmed, Petrified. You can end a curse on the target, including an attunement to a cursed item. Any reduction to a target's ability score is also removed, and you also remove the effect of reducing target's hit points maximum. So very powerful. Use it in the most dire of circumstances. Then, as for Sabine, it has come to my understanding that you were in search of certain herbs of the more harming kind.
Mm-hmm.
I have procured an order from the merchant's house. You are to be expected later today at Solina and Corpse's house, and they will provide you with such.
Cool.
All right. As he said, for Peter will be after this conversation. He then once again is going to ask you to leave him and Peter in the office as they need to discuss something. As he then pulls up the druidic stone and puts it on the table.
Tough life.
My I don't know where this is coming from, but my constitution is saying 576,051. By the way,
I'm sorry, what?
yeah, I don't know where that came from because I
It's
was
true.
I was
You got
putting
really
down my
tanky.
window and I took it up again.
Oh my god!
He's immortal.
What happened?
He's immortal. That's normal.
Let me see.
We have the Giga Shadowrogue Goblin here.
Immortality.
Your
I'm still having just 52 HP though, so that's fucking unfair.
But you cannot
means
lose
it's
a
out
con
of-
save.
bounds for some reason. Then I'm gonna have to look at attributes itself.
I was working on the dagger and then put down the window and took it up again, and then suddenly I had 500,000.
Why your save bonus went up that high, I wouldn't know. Constitution modifier. What's your constitution normally?
I can't remember. Wait, I'm watching his stream. I can. No, wait. Damn it!
That
It
was
doesn't show.
last level.
No, it's been incorrect for like 4 streams.
Should be fixed right now. For some reason it didn't fix it with. Ah, there it is now. It is fixed there. Should also be fixed there. Okay. It's not... Okay. Don't know how that happened indeed, but it should be fixed now.
Still blue though.
Yeah, I don't know what the blue thing is. It means that there is an item that
It's
is
Bluetooth.
editing your
Did I?
your constitution, but there shouldn't be an item in your inventory that is working with that. So maybe it'll fix itself at a later point.
Right.
Or when you next level up. Okay, so that's fixed. So after that fiasco, all right, get out. He needs to talk with Peter.
Who?
With Peter.
I will go out while inspecting the dagger and like slashing in the air and inspecting
Alright.
the dagger again.
Roll me just a flat d20.
It hits him, and it poisons him.
He
You're a rogue.
All right.
Do I slash a bazooka?
Yes.
Thanks.
I get out my dagger and I play with it and I do things and shit.
Yeah, you're too small. You don't hit him. Anyways,
I hit his knees.
His
So,
niece?
all right. As they
Knees, yeah, and his uncle. Fuck them both.
as they exit and close the door, Peter, Zeno stands up and looks at you very, very hard within the eyes, and is like, "Mr. Peter."
Yes.
He then stands very close to you. He has his cane in his hands as he starts to walk towards you.
Gonna beat me up with his cane.
He's gonna what?
Beat me up
Beat
with
him
his
up.
cane.
Snoop Dogg.
He's now standing right in front of you. The one hand is keeping the length of the cane, the other one the top of it in front of you. So, it has come to my understanding that you have knowledge of a certain magical object.
Knowledge of a certain magical object.
Indeed. He then swipes his cane and points towards the rock. This magical object.
Well, I would guess so. We know
Of course you
the
do.
entire party.
Of course
people,
you do.
actually.
I have my ways to know that this is an artifact that you have been trying to procure since your first entering of this village.
Ah, I see what happened there.
Mm-hmm. Now, how I procured this information, let's just say that at the beginning I wasn't very trustful of you people, and I may have had ways to make your friend Charles talk.
Oh, you had ways. Let me guess, some mind spells?
Those are a very effective way, although I try to keep myself from doing such things on a regular basis. I myself do not find it very ethical to do so, only in circumstances where suddenly new people arrive and I do not know their true intentions.
Can't really blame you for that.
Indeed. So, after some of my inspections with this stone, it has come to my attention that it has a very, very strong power. My first thought was that it would be a simple druidic stone, but it is so in shape and size, but the inside, or at least the magic that it is brimming it, is anything but druidic, or at least mostly non-druidic. It feels out of this world. And I was willing to inquire you more about this, because no matter how far my intention was to prod within Charles's mind, I only looked as far as I needed to, so I do not know the complete details.
Well, do you know about Corcusia? Sorry if I butchered the
I
pronunciation.
am unfamiliar as to what an oak tree has to do with this.
I am not talking about an oak tree. I am talking about a woman called Corcusia.
I see. It is not very, not very. Um, it's very rare to see somebody being called the Latin word for an oak tree, but continue.
Go off. Our party found her in the forest, and she is infused in a tree. And it is an oak tree. Quite mind blowing, but she called herself Corcusia when he asked her for a name. Now, this person also told us the only way to get out of this forest or to get a wish that could make us leave this forest is if we find certain stones. And I'm guessing this is one of them. We were given a. Was it a riddle or a poem? A poem.
It's a poem, a cryptic
And
poem. Yeah.
we were given a cryptic poem, and I recite the poem.
All right. I see. Well, I suppose it is logical that you found this one, as it was surrounded by plague, considering it was the reason why this plague existed on top. Suppose you indeed will have to find more of these and not here. So that already leaves that already gives me an answer to my next question, which was, would you what would your next goal be? To stay, to leave?
But most likely we were leaving.
I see. My question is how? It is not unknown to us that people leave and then come back, whether it would be months or weeks. Some people just come back older, some just come back
That.
a single second, and for them years have passed. I don't know how you will do that.
I've actually experienced that myself. I tried to leave once and came back for them an hour later. For me, a week later. It was dreadful.
Yes, indeed. I can see that. Well, let me already assure you, I do not want this stone anywhere here in this city, in this village ever again. I want it gone. I will not have a potential for a new plague or anything disastrous again to happen with this thing here. My intent was to know what you were doing here with it. If you were going to do nothing with it, I would have found ways to destroy it. Otherwise, you can have it.
That easily? No catch?
But, considering you were talking about a way to get out, I would ask you, maybe even beg you, that if you were to wish yourselves out, to include our village within it as well.
The fact is, we don't really know how this wish works and how this cursed woods work. So,
Understandable, but it is better to at least try.
that is indeed correct.
Whether it will or will not work is an unknown to us. Knowing that there is a way, if I could help in any form, ask and I will deliver in whatever capacity.
Very well. I'll try to study up on some spells that could lend me the ability to talk to you.
All right. Then I guess this is potentially goodbye.
That would appear as such, yes.
Before you leave, Mr. Peter, Could you be so kind as to direct Mrs. Sabine into my office?
Yes, of course. But first, that is also one of my personal matter. I wanted to ask if you have any knowledge about spatial magic.
Spatial magic. I do seem to remember a report about a certain incident in the center of town. Weren't you involved in that?
That would be correct.
Yes, I remember Arabella talking about it. A very peculiar case, not something we have had before. Um, might I ask why you are so interested in spatial magic?
I see, I'm an investigator, and it is related to my current case.
I-
And it's also how I arrived into this cursed forest.
I see. All right. So, I would like for you to then be honest about everything from start to finish. And I will give you any information that I have.
Very well.
So now you just have to either tell me that you're telling everything to Zeno in earnest or what you leave out.
I mean, he can literally read my mind if he uses a certain spell, so might as well tell him
If you
everything
succeed the
honestly.
saving throw.
I might as well just tell him everything.
All right, so you
I
tell him
trust
completely
him.
everything. I see. I do remember stories of the city where you come from, so it is not unknown that it is not an unknown college of magic to me. And you say that the secretary took away the book,
Indeed.
Curiously, a few days before the event within the central plaza, there were some curious cases. I would say complaints rather than cases. They weren't really filed, let alone completely sought after. About a curious guy going within the taverns, within the shops, unknown, refusing initially to even comply to the standard laws of, having to wear a mask and to at least provide the village with some labor in return for service. And then the sightings after the entire plaza incident disappeared. No more complaints. It's not unlikely that this person would have been one and the same.
So he was here while we were here as well? Or,
It would seem so. Note that the attempts happen, the complaints happen a few days or maybe a few days after your initial visit, and after that, and not even a few days after that, the incident happened, and well, I would say his stay was far shorter than yours. No names, no other features, considering they saw him cloaked. But he did indeed clutch to a what would be described as a book. I know that doesn't really help you a lot in the terms of spatial magics, but in whatever little knowledge I do know is that a spell once cast, especially one as chaotic, considering you intervened within the original ritual, a spell that chaotic always has difficulties to retrace those steps. It is kind of like a one-way street, and trying to get back is a lot harder. In most cases, when people try to forcefully go back, there are instances of anomalies. It would not be impossible that those anomalies you were speaking about were a result of spatial magic gone wrong. That being said, I would not say that the person in question would have escaped initially, because anomalies normally don't happen when a spell does go right. But other than that, I have no more knowledge to give, other than the reverse engineering of such a spell, at least to exactly go back to where you were, is so impossibly hard that it actually almost is impossible. But it seems that the ones you are chasing is indeed trying to recreate and retrace their steps.
Well, you gave me some thoughts to think about.
Do with it what you would think is needed with. Other than that, I would like to say again, if it is possible, to call your friend Miss Sabine into the office, please.
Of course. I'll take the stone and
It's a bit heavy, but not too much that you need to do a strength save or something.
okay. And is there any other reward? Because you said, just take out those fancy things, you know.
As for you, yes. As for your reward, you will have to go and visit Arabella. She is keeping it for safekeeping right now.
Very well. Thank you very much, and hopefully talk to you some other time.
Indeed.
I leave the room and send Sabine in. Sabine,
Mm-hmm.
Mayor Rosina would like to talk with you.
And then I'll enter.
Alone.
He's muted.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I enter.
No, all right. Welcome inside, Miss Sabine. Please take a seat.
Mm-hmm. And I sit down.
All right. I wish to inquire you of a few questions. How have you been feeling ever since the strange event you've described to me while you were in the Black Maya?
So far it's been fine for the last few days.
No strange effects, no spewing demons from the abyss,
No,
as you've described.
not right now at least, no.
Interesting. And can you recount the feelings that you've had at the moment when that thing started to, well, take hold?
It was a great feeling of misfortune, I would say. Like, everything seemed to be going wrong, and then it just overwhelmed me.
Misfortune. Does that also imply negative emotions, sadness?
Perhaps it does. I'm not certain yet. It only happened once.
I see. So, like I said, I've had some time to investigate this particular thing, but I haven't found any documentation within my library speaking of any type of curses in this form that you have. But I did find some other information regarding how it is that creatures from the abyss manifest in our plane of existence. It is obvious already that your mark is a type of gateway. Normally, gateways opening to the abyss are as hard. It's impossibly hard. It takes for one gate to let even a single small beast out months of preparations, and on top of it, weeks of casting a single spell. But for you, it seems to happen naturally and in big circumstances. It is honestly very worrying, especially since that these can happen at the most inopportune times. My question is, if misfortune is what is triggering you, or at least the feeling of it, would imply that there are many emotions that you have issues dealing with then.
The good question.
He's not even paying attention.
Very well, if it's not interesting, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which emotions it is. No.
Very well. I would advise to always be on the lookout, especially when it comes to circumstances of misfortune, as you explained. For, in my opinion, any form of negative situation could be a breakpoint for another advancement of your curse.
Yeah,
As for
I
how
understand.
to fix it, I do not have the magical capabilities of undoing a curse like that. But I do have an idea of what you can look for in your travels. 1 second, need to open something. Sabine. All right. All right. I would inquire you to. I would advise you to search for something called an alkylith. I will type it out for
Alkylith.
you. These are a type of demon that asks like a fungus. That fungus then envelops an inanimate object, and it takes months, if not years, for that an inanimate object to then become an actual gateway for abyssal demons to come through.
Mm-hmm. I shall search for them.
I have unfortunately little to no information in any of my codexes about these things, but the name does pop up in many writings of my predecessors. But it could be of much use to you.
I shall look for them. Yeah.
All right. I wish you much luck in your travels, and until next time.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
All right. Great. So let me take a look at the rest of my notes. Okay. Oh yeah. And before you leave the office, he inquires you again to not forget to take your quota of harmful herbs or poisonous herbs from the merchant house.
Yeah.
All right. Very well. What would everybody like to do? Try to
Fight
maybe stay
something.
in groups if that's possible, just to not split too much up. If possible, like in groups of 3.
I'll just stick with Sabine for now.
All right.
Woo.
Flora will always follow Sabine, anyways.
Well, I'll
Hello,
go to
Skux,
Arabella.
Peter, Asuka. Where will you go?
I'll
Okay.
go to Arabella to get my reward.
I suppose you either follow Skux or you follow Sabine or you follow Peter, Asuka.
I'll give Peter some company. I'm sure he likes that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
definitely.
So, Sabine, Skux, Charles, you approach the familiar merchant house of Zolina and Krop. What will you do?
I'll knock on the door.
All right. Indeed, the door is closed. Last time you only had those little I always forget those little flap doors. What they're called again?
The cowboy doors.
Yeah, the cowboy doors, basically. But this time the door behind them is indeed closed. As you knock, you hear it's like, yes, 1 moment, I'm on my way. And you hear like a lot of like a chair being slowly pushed forward, and you hear something like climb up, and then click clack clack. You hear little lock sounds going from top to bottom, and then you hear somebody jumping off the chairs again and shoving it to the side once more in very slow motion. Then as the door opens, you see like a single eye behind a very big glass, and you see a Corp over there. Yes, what do you want?
Just business.
Well, business is closed. You have to wait until opening hours.
Wait, what time is it? Is it
It's
early morning?
Still in the morning, still. Yeah.
Dr. Zeno said you have something for me, though.
And who is me?
What was his name again?
Your name.
Oh, Sabine. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Give me a minute. And then he slams the door, and you hear some weird noises in the background. You hear shuffling and going on about. You hear some tiny little poppings, and then for some reason you hear like an elephant roaring, which is impossible in this circumstance. At some point you hear the door open again. Here you go. Everything has been paid for. I do want to caution you that these can be very powerful in high dosages, so please take care.
I want to examine it. Like, what is he giving me that?
Alright, so what he's giving you are very potent venomous herbs. You don't even need to examine it, he's going to explain it to you. So they're very potent herbs where you can make a very potent venom with. So it would be like a normal poison application, but with these herbs you can make about 4 to 5 bottles of with provided you do the correct action like you're making a normal poison. You can make potent venom, which is like a normal poison coating but with an extra D8 I think, or D6 on top of it.
So is this basically on top to the 2d8 so it becomes a 3d8, or what do you mean?
Yes, if it's a 2d8 then potent venom becomes a 3d8.
Okay, and he's giving me 4 to 5. You say let's agree on a number or roll a dice?
Sure, roll me a d2. If it's a 1 it's 4, if it's a 2 it's 5.
It's 4.
It's 4. Okay, so now you have enough to make 4 potent venom.
Does he also give me a poisonous kit because I technically lore-wise need that, or how do we?
Oh, you don't have one yet? I thought you bought one.
No, not yet.
Sure, he'll give you one, including as a reward.
Or
So you can add one to your input, unless you want to work for it.
oh, if he has something to do for me, I can work for it as well.
Yeah, he's a bit too tired, or the DM hasn't thought about anything. So you
Alright.
can just
One poisonous kit, cool.
All right. Do Skux or Charles want to say anything?
No, Charles, fine.
Skux?
No, I'm fine.
All right. I'll see you next time. Bye. And then he closes the door, and once again you hear the chair being like shoved over the ground, and again in reverse faction. You hear everything being what?
The elephant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and the elephant. Yeah, sure, whatever. All right. Switching over to Peter. Peter, what do you do?
I knock on the door and ask Asuka why is she following me.
Why am I following you? Why are you following me?
And the girl reversed the question on me.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, you can come along, I guess.
Tricks of the trade, buddy.
All right. Where is it? Where is it? Come on, where is it? God damn it. All right. So, as you knock on the door is open. The mayor's house is just normally working, so you can just enter the mayor's house if you want to.
I'll go in.
All right. Again, familiar sight. You see Arabella not really looking up, still writing within the within her scrolls, but you do see that her hair is a bit much more wild.
Good morning, Arabella. I hope you had an eventful
Oh,
night.
shut the fuck up. I don't have to deal with this. My head is hurting so much. What do you want?
I'm here to torment you. No, of course, I'm here to collect my report from Dr. Zeno. He said you're safekeeping it.
And then she slams her head on the desk. The one day that I don't want anyone here. Yeah, fine. Give me a minute. And
Don't
then she stands up, and then you actually look at her, and you see that she takes away her glasses that she was wearing, and you see like bags below bags on her eyes. She's definitely like on a level of
But did she get
hangover.
late?
Why are you asking me?
I mean, you're God. You should know.
Yeah, I know, but God will not always tell you everything.
Fine.
All right. You have to ask her if you dare.
Oof.
So she goes a bit behind. She takes out a little box, and she opens it, and within it is a very shiny ring. From a distance, you can't immediately see what it is, but she then go down the steps. She approaches Peter, then looks at the little halfling. Is like, "You dare touch this ring, and you're gonna get it, even if I'm not there. You get it?
Get
Got it?
the ring if I touch it.
No, don't. You'll get something, as in like you'll get
Something.
something, which is not a positive
shiny?
thing.
No,
Oh,
no, Aska. She means you will die.
lame.
You don't think I haven't heard reports of you. Derek is looking for you, by the way. Anyways,
Due to Derek, Aska.
What?
Why is
Yeah.
Derek looking for you? Why was there a
Oh,
report?
all right,
Don't
shut
worry
up.
about it.
I don't want to hear it anymore. Derek was all morning again and again and again about it. I don't want to hear about it. Okay, everybody, shut up. Okay. Now,
I whispered to Aska, tell me on the way.
so this is a little ring that I've been making for the few years. It's my own making. It's new. But it's a one-time use ring. So this is a ring of greater spell storing.
Oh.
And within it, there's a little surprise spell for you.
Fireball.
That would be just normal spell storing.
Yeah, because normal spell storing can only go up to 5th level.
It is greater fireball.
There is no greater fireball. Shut the fuck up.
That is delayed fireball.
Anyways, so she gives you the ring. Plus, I've warded it. If somebody else wears it or takes it, looks at Asuka, yeah, they won't like it. As
This
for the
is a-
spell, and then she goes a bit to your ear and I'm going to send it to you in a whisper.
Whispers. Oh my. That's that, that's certainly powerful.
So once you use it, it's gone.
That's very impressive. How long have you been working on it?
Too long. Oh, but
Can't I know what it is? What the
just
hell?
so you know, you do have to concentrate a little bit on it before it goes off.
I think I understand. Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to cast that spell, you'll have to roll me a d3. Take 2 rounds before it goes off.
I think that's a decent trade-off.
You have to concentrate on the ring for 2 turns, full. So you do the action, and then 1 round passes, then a second round passes, and then on the third one is where it goes off.
Yeah, that's a good trade-off.
Okay, good to know. Just you keep that in mind and keep everyone surprised. All right, now get the hell out. God damn it! I'm already at my maximum painkillers.
Nice.
Nice.
She looks at you all. Get out! Then she makes like a fireball in her hand ready.
I missed a step out.
You just spend an actual spell slot for it.
No. I have fate touched. I can just get out.
That's okay. Great. All right. So, now you've exited the mayor's house. For all intents and purposes, guys, this chapter is all about finished. If there is nothing else you guys would like to do still here, then you just have to tell me, and then we'll move on to the next part.
By the way, did that person die? That family where I said that the child was fine?
No.
Okay.
The curse is the plague is completely gone, expunged.
Unfortunate.
I'm sorry.
I
That's
saw him
better.
speak with demons the other day in his sleep. He can't be trusted.
All right. Great. Let's see now. All right. Then I would kindly ask everybody of you to go towards the entrance of the town, where you initially entered.
Yay! Oh, that's the entrance.
Well, yeah, you didn't get in there. All right. So, as you all are getting ready to leave the village, you see some people waving at you all. Actually, you not just Tino's, Arabella even. She just is half dead. She
They're gonna
doesn't
wave
want to
us
be
off.
here. They're all gonna wave you off. Whoops.
Ooh.
Wait,
That's
so
not
now
the
we can't just leave? Like, did something
Well,
happen?
You'll see in a minute. Give me a little minute.
Nella.
Please don't be too big. Okay. Then you see Tamara and Selena. Come on. And where is Derek? Alright. So you see them all over there in a group together with some other people waving you all off. You hear Tamara's well, I hope you can survive out there. Please don't come back 9 year plus old, please. Then you see Tamara, you see Selena go there is anything, if you can't get out, don't worry, you'll always have a place here. Derek just looks stoically at you all and looks at Asuka and does a cutthroat motion with his thumb over his neck.
I put my hands next to my ears and I stick my tongue out.
He tries to go forward, but Arabella is holding him back, whispering something. Is and just just lolling her head left and right, and Zeno is just looking at the stupidity of it all. Anyways, while you're all going towards the exit, as you Sabine, you actually feel Flora, not immediately following you.
Oh, is it about Sammy?
It is about Sammy.
Is it? Where is he?
So,
Do we see him?
now he's in front of her, by the way, right now. I don't
Okay.
have a token for him
Yeah.
or anything like that. So currently they're looking at each other, and he looks at her as like, don't really want you to go. Who will I play with now?
I mean, the others will surely treat you better now that everything has been resolved. And I'm sure, and I look at Zeno and the others over there, they will take good care of you now that we are leaving.
They all nod their heads. Arabella's just rolling her eyes, but then nods. So that, and then Sam, starts like, but what if I don't want to be friends with them?
Well, we can't choose our friends or who we travel with at times. We sometimes just have to make the best of it and hope that times change. If we're unhappy with them now, they can surely become better in the future.
I look at Asuka. Joke.
Yeah, wrecked. Nope.
The boy then starts to nod a little bit and gives. Then let's Flora go, and then just waves off. Flora then just goes next to him and gives him a little peck on the cheek, and then
Gross.
goes to
Gross.
Sabine and
Unhygienic.
grabs your hands, and you're well off, and you all leave the village for the first time since a big while.
Hog.
And with this, we
I press the button now that
What
we agreed
button?
on. Right, guys?
Button.
Button.
Yeah, that's good. Keep it up, Charlie. Just act as if you don't know about anything.
I
Which
mean, I have a-
button?
Suddenly, a fuse goes off, and the flame. I'm joking.
And the
I-
whole world is like,
I wish for TNT.
Those 700 kegs of ale will surely.
Oh, you're blowing those up.
Um,
Very well. All right. So, um, as you exit the village, the trees start to envelop, start to become thicker and thicker as you leave the village further and further behind. And it sort of looks like it's again like a straight long road, and you've been going on for like 10 to 15 minutes. At this point, you think that you're not going to immediately turn back into the village at a later point in time or anything like that. But it starts to become very um, uh, tiresome to just continuously walk forward. Um, until one moment, Peter, the stone that you're carrying with you starts to glow a little bit. What do you do?
Are you guys seeing this? The stone is glowing. I try to investigate it.
You try to investigate it. All right. Um, can you be more specific as to what you're trying to investigate?
Like, see if it's giving off more magical energy or something like that.
Then Arcana is sufficient. All right. The stone is resonating a little bit.
Does it have a certain pull of a direction?
It is pulling you towards the nearest big tree, specifically an oak tree.
With a woman in it?
No,
So guys, this stone feels like it's resonating and it's pouring in this direction. Well, specifically this big tree.
Um, I reach my hand for Peter's head and feel if he has a fever or something.
You can also see that the stone is pulsing, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's glowing.
How about handing the stone to the tree?
Hurling the stone at the tree.
Handing the stone to the tree.
Does
Uh,
the tree have arms?
I'm sure there's a socket there somewhere.
Hmm.
sure, let's try that.
All right, so you approach the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right. As you approach the tree more
Chills.
and more, the stone itself starts to like hum a little bit in like almost like a buzzing sound, and then you see a small spark going off from like one of the runes on the tree on the stone, and that little spark then just touches the bark of that specific tree, and in front of you, the tree bark is sort of like a thin line starts to form in the middle of the tree from like going from the middle going upwards and downwards. Sometimes it makes like a little cracking form, but still going in a vertical fashion. And then suddenly, almost like comically, you see the middle of the tree open up more and more and more until it almost is like an O shape in the center, all the way to the feet. And for the magical users among you, that if you want to know what it is, then an Arcana check would be sufficient. DC 15. Magic users, can you cast spells, Skux?
Kind of.
Like, as in actual spellcasters.
Bonkers. Woo!
Damn. Big brain
All right.
channels.
You're not a spellcaster, Asuka.
Dr. Kana!
Yes, wish. So technically.
Yeah, I wish to be a spellcaster.
You wish to be a
No,
spellcaster.
no, I don't. That sounds
Okay.
kind of gay.
Bruh.
Wow.
That
Bruh.
sounds kind of fucking gay, I'm not gonna lie.
Very well. So, and in front of you, the equivalent of a spell is cast called Tree Stride. So it's
What?
basically opening a portal from one tree that will teleport you to an equivalent other tree.
Nice, we're tree huggers now.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any
All right.
druids in the party? No, right?
What do you say?
Druids.
It's my next character, so kill off this one and you'll have a druid
I kill off Peter as he requested.
with a witch.
I
sorry,
was
what?
the rogue all along that he was supposed to be scared of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Um, and what do you do? Do you enter the portal? Do you not?
Yep,
I'll
I
just go back
tried
to
it.
I'll just go back to the village. No, kidding.
Everybody?
Yeah?
Yeah,
Let's-
I mean, there's nowhere
What
else
else
to
are we
go.
Well, I
gonna
don't
do?
know.
Yeah.
Some people might say no. You too, Edge?
Edge is that.
All right, great. So as you pass through the yellow swirling energies in the middle of that tree, you all feel as if you are literally walking through tree leaves. It like they hug your skin, even though you're wearing
Uh-oh.
clothes. It's a weird feeling for some people, but at that point um, you see a familiar green environment as you exit the other side of it, and you may place your characters behind the oak tree.
I saw this shit on stream months ago,
Months ago.
but I was never here before.
Now you are.
Shosuka, this also looks familiar to you?
No. Well, not to my character, it does to me.
I need to update.
But I don't know what this is. My character, at least.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Egg is dead. Oh no, wait, it's not egg.
Oh, it's
Dean.
me. I'm missing. No.
Wow! Congratulations, Charlie.
The medic.
Yeah.
I
Um,
hope. How about
Okay.
are we like
Um,
not gonna mention Soap anymore? By the way.
Bulba's dead.
I would
His
prefer not
mustache
to.
ate him.
I would
Okay.
prefer that to be
It
We're
goes to
missing
Captain.
an AI as well.
Mhm.
NPC.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, I think you all have ownership over, so you can move her if you wish to.
She's coming with us? Hell yeah, we each got our own one.
Wow,
Let's
that's quite
go.
something. How about no?
No, they're disappearing.
Is that? Well,
It is
two of her
funny, but
clothes.
not needed. Okay, so you've all entered a familiar environment called the Druid Grove. Asuka, you are indeed unfamiliar with this environment. You've only heard it from in a very fleeting story that everybody explained to you as to why. What the important thing is of this place and so forth and so forth. So you're not physically familiar with it. Well, now you are, but you know
Yeah.
of its importance, especially considering you also know about the poem now, and you are, if I'm not mistaken, genuinely interested in getting a wish at the end of the Wishwoods.
Hell yeah. What's better than 2 wishes? 3 wishes.
Because that wish is a lot different than the wish that you get from the wish spell. Um, all right. What would you guys like to do? Peter, by the way, as I say this, the stone that you're carrying is humming more and more right now, and is humming very strongly.
It wants to be with a tree.
He wants to be a tree.
I try to find a place where the resonating is the strongest and place it there.
So, as you move towards a designated empty spot, the first one that you go through, the stone doesn't really uh, do a correct resonance. It starts to hum more and more, but once you reach like the second open dent, you almost feel like a magnetic pull. And the closer you get, the stronger that pulls become. And once you're like about 5 feet away from it, it becomes too strong, and you have to let it go. Do you or do you not?
Peter flies off with the stone in his hand.
Yeah, I let it go off.
All right, and almost like you hear like the dropping sound into the ground as it like clicks right in there, then stands upright. Then some first green energies start to envelop the stone itself, and the stone starts to pulse dark, starry sky dark energy. Um, and the runes themselves glow a bright yellow, while these green energies envelop the stone until it's almost little vines that go all the way up to the top. And then these green energies materialize into actual green vine plants, and the stone then sets itself firmly in place, and then a wave of energy expands from the stone. Everybody that comes into
Thank you
contact
for the
with this
follow.
wave, that comes in contact with this wave, um, you suddenly feel the same, I would say, um, soothing resonance, as if something indeed is where it should be and where it belongs. Um, like a sense of harmony and resonance is indeed present in the environment. It comes and it goes away extremely fast. Um, while you do that, Peter, you hear a gasp behind you, a familiar voice actually, like somebody just woke up.
That would be Kirkus, yeah, wouldn't it be?
Well, it would seem, because you're supposed to be around here. The rest is, I don't know what the rest was doing while Peter was walking towards that side. Was you following? Um,
I assume so.
mm, just
Or at
place your
least
character.
paying attention.
All right. You may place your characters where appropriate.
How do I delete something? A draw. Oh.
Oh.
A drawing?
No. I know
Like
you
this.
like me, but to get this excited.
Huh?
All right.
How do you delete
two.
that?
Just select it with a select and then just press delete.
Oh my god, the bottom left.
All right, Charles. All right. So you all hear a gasping sound after the wave of energy pulsed through everybody. And indeed, if you would look towards the tree, you would see Quercusia, who is currently breathing in and out as if I wouldn't say scared, but like jolted awake. Actually, clearly she was, asleep or at least resting at her same spot, still stuck in the tree. The Her red hair still, stuck between whatever leaves or bark that she's fused within it. And she looks at you people. What happened? Currently, Sabine is the closest, if I'm not mistaken, and Asuka.
That's
She
what
looks
I
at
want
you
to
too.
ask. Yeah, that's what I want to ask. What is this place?
And who are you? Oh, I remember you as well. Uh, have you?
Me?
Not you. She's looking at Sabine right now.
Oh,
She looks at Sabine. It's like, how you came back?
Yeah. How long has it been?
I honestly haven't kept time. I would say. Oh, I feel strangely relieved. Um, and as she says that, she actually is,
losing leaves.
she's actually crying.
Oh,
You see that she is actively tears coming from her ears, but her face seems still like relaxed, but the tears still keep coming. Um,
I go
she
closer and try to comfort her, putting my hand on what I would assume to be her arm.
Yeah, she has one free, oh well, free-ish arm, but so you can still put a shoulder on it or on her hand.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't understand. I feel strangely better, like I can breathe better, but it feels so sad. I don't understand. What?
You told us a riddle about stones, and I believe that we have managed to find the first of those stones. And Peter managed to willingly, or maybe unwillingly, place it in the right location just now.
I see. She's laughing, but more and more tears are falling from her. Then why am I crying? She doesn't she feels so, there is a clear conflicting emotion what is happening with her. Sabine, I would like for you to add me one point to your unique
Yep.
thing, please, and then I would like for you to roll me a wisdom saving throw. All right, great. Then I would like for you to roll me a constitution saving throw. Everything will be explained in a minute.
Oof.
All right, that's a fail though, so that's a save and then a fail. Okay. Sabine, against your normal positive demeanor, because uh, you know that your hero is next to you, you are caring for a girl that looks up to you, and currently you're trying um, to console a lady that is currently in a lot of emotional distress. Um, like many things in life, sometimes you just don't notice when something reaches a certain point. And for you, that point is right now.
We kill him.
All right. So,
Time to combat.
time for potential combat. What were the saving throws? Right now, just before I'm going to explain as everything is happening, the saving throws were one, whether your mind would fight back against the oncoming onslaught of emotions. The Constitution one is whether or not your body would be restrained for a round as a result of the pain that's going to be inflicted. So while combat is going to start, you're going to lose one round rather than be completely incapacitated as last time. Um, all right, I need to
So what are we
open.
fighting?
So
Heck.
give me a minute? I'm
Edge?
almost there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It's about time. And then next we kill Peter.
Yes.
Okay.
Excuse you,
And then
That
who?
we were the rogue.
but I'm also a rogue.
All
Why do
right.
you rogue the rogue?
Sabine, could you
Um,
roll me a d6, please? Sorry, a d6 plus 1.
can I roll it for him?
No, no, take your time.
Edge, you okay? Seem very distracted.
Did he go AFK?
Maybe
Um,
he's muted. Let me see.
if well, he is muted,
Yeah,
but
he
if
is muted.
something is, if you all want a little break,
Like Edge has been. He seemed distracted. I don't know. You there, Edge?
Assume not.
I
Hmm.
assume not. How about we take a 15-minute break? Is that all right with
Yeah.
everybody?
You.
I'll
Yeah.
hope Edge will be back by then. If not, it's okay. If something happened, we'll have to wait for next time then.
Mm-hmm.
I will be right back then.
Boy, oh boy.
Yes. Welcome back. uh, you had to roll a d6, I think, right when you left.
I think 1d6 plus 1.
Boggers. That's
Let's
6.
go. 30 is currently missing.
Yeah, I just went to take something to drink. Let's see. Oh, Edge is unmuted. Are you back, Edge? Okay, I hope everything is okay. Yeah, yeah, I saw, I saw. Just gonna wait until everybody's back then.
Hmm. It's 7 enemies. It's time to use my ring.
I mean, as
It's
you
like-
said, it's for enemies, or is it just roll a dice?
It's for enemies.
Yeah.
Oh, you crit on that. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
7 enemies.
I'll be right back.
Now, if Eric comes back,
What is it, Nini? I know. Bacon's on the balcony. You did the big one. She's gonna come in a moment. What is it, Nini? I know.
Oh yeah, I'm back.
Hi,
I'm
back.
back.
Uh, everybody who's here already can just type in R in chat, just so I know if everybody is. Okay, so Charles is exhumed from fighting.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So we just wait for Reed then.
Ree.
Back.
Hi.
Hi.
All right. With Reed back, then we can just continue on. All right. So, Sabine, as told before, you while you are trying to console Kurkusia, you feel a dreadful familiar feeling within you, as if a bucket of negative emotion suddenly washed over, starting from in the center of your chest, as it starts to envelop your every fiber of your being, all the way to your fingertips, to your hand. Um, just before you are potentially going to lose control of your body, what do you do?
I.
So Flores next to you with
Yeah,
Skux.
that's what I'm
Karkusia
debating.
is
I don't want to push her, and instead, can I just make movement?
I'll allow you half your normal movement.
That would be. I have 14 movement, so it's 7, I guess.
The 40 movement is about
No,
8,
no,
no, 9.
14.
Oh, 14. Yeah, 7. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're that one thing that has potential to walk very
Um,
far.
I jump over here
Okay.
to get
Do you
them.
want to say something as well, or?
No, I'm gonna clench my chest and be like, Flora, get behind Skux.
Oh, okay,
It'll
okay.
be okay.
All right. So she actually does that. She's very worrisome, and a familiar scene then envelops for those who actually want to follow and look what's happening to Sabine. Considering that if Sabine was able to walk half her movement speed, then you're also all allowed to position yourself with half your movement speed to a position. Um, the moment you reach that little spot, you again fall to your knees a little bit, but this time you're a bit more steeled and prepared. So your mind is not completely run over, but the pain is very intense, that you do fall to your knees, and the mark starts to once again, like last time, expand. This time you kind of stop it until it before it goes like up your chin, rather than going all the way up through your head, making your eyes black like last time. But you do have like little streaks of pure black a substance that sort of like drips from the sides of your lips. Um, of your mouth, and once that X mark, or not, sorry, not yeah, sort of like an X-ish mark, but more of like from the claw mark that were on your chest, starts to like pulsate and elongate, and even through your clothes visibly like leak out more of the self same blackish goo, and then from it once more strange creatures, but this time in a multitude of them appear out of it, and I will place them right here.
Baba.
We do
They
see
are
their
called
HP in case you
Babos.
don't want that.
Again? Oh, that's weird. Why they do that? Oh
Bubble.
well,
Baba.
should be fixed now.
Now it's only the HP bar and no numbers.
That's
Ah, yes, it was like that. And then if I do that,
Yep.
that should be good. They're called, oops, they're called Babos actually.
Baba.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them.
Oh my.
Right, I need to check on Mina.
There we go.
Mini, what is it?
Just gonna put them a bit
Mina,
spaced out randomly, sort of like in a circleish motion, as they are like in the forms of like shadows, like jump out of Sabine all around them. I will also need to probably provide some visual clarification on it. Come on. Okay, I'll just do it like this.
Okay.
So for some reason it doesn't want to show me the pictures and show like a handout to show to you. So I'll just post it in the adventure room on Discord, so you can see what you're dealing with. This is called a babbo, or the one-horned horse.
We should be fighting the thing above it.
All right, vicious little creatures, or big creatures in essence. All right, let's
Where
do
you
the
put a chest there? What the fuck?
what?
Nothing. Keep
Where?
going.
Where's the chest?
In the bottom left corner.
That's why it's green.
I think this is
Oh.
your theme, correct? No, that's that's the
Let's
wrong one.
go. What was
Let's
it?
see. Yeah, but it's not a. I should have done it while explaining everything
Oh.
rather than that was my mistake. My
That's
apologies.
okay.
God damn it.
How dare you?
Mhm. Now where is goddamn song I had? There it is. All right. So, how about we all roll initiative?
I'll roll as well and I lose my first turn, or how you want to handle
Just
it?
your first turn. If you also failed the wisdom, you would have lost 2 turns.
Let me roll 1 again. Well, it's lowest, but
Oh shit, actually I need to remove all turn timers from the last time. Oops, can you roll again? Or just add your characters with the correct numbers?